guys, it's mail day. I do a lot of eBay-ing. I love eBay. I love used stuff. I'm not an upcycler, but I don't like paying full price on things. Ever. So, I got something very full price the other day. And as some particularly very, very high-end things go, sometimes they don't come with things that you need to make them function. So I got a little something off the eBays. Just a little something. Because the particular large, expensive, high-end object I may or may not be talking about, may or may not need these, because it didn't come with them. These are garbage, but they'll do. They're exactly what I wanted. I love eBay. I am the only person that bid on these. I got them for about 15% of their original price, and they will do absolutely fine until the extremely expensive thing that I actually want to use with the other extremely expensive thing comes in. This is just to make it vaguely functional until then. And it's just a good thing to have in case you have no idea what I'm holding right here, and you probably don't even with this. You still don't, because there's more packaging. Backup irons, or irons, if there's none on the object you have that requires these. So, for YouTube, we're talking about airsoft. And as far as anyone who might not like it, and as far as anyone is concerned, we are talking about airsoft. Especially federal agents. But I pulled this out of the box, and I was like, this needs to get tinglified. This is that, like, perfect, shitty Indonesian, like, 1 cent a box kind of box. It's like made of balsa or some equally awful material. To be clear, I am just a horribly cynic person. That's my sense of humor. I have absolutely nothing against Tacticon. I know they are also YouTubers, which is why I bought this when I saw it on eBay with no bids. I was just like, hey, I know those guys. I don't know them well. I don't know if there's any controversy surrounding their channel or their company. And I don't care. And neither should you, because e-celeb stuff is silly. What you should do is get passable quality backup irons for very cheap on eBay. And if they come with a fun little box, you should hold it up to your ear and tap on it before you throw it away. To be brutally transparent, I film and edit things in a crazy order, so I often don't know if when I say, like, I've said in the previous video, if that's actually in a previous video or if it's going to be in a future video. Shoot, it might never be in any video, the way I work. But I have said in a previous video that this is supposed to be like a dude's safe zone, and everyone's safe zone, but specifically a dude's safe zone ASMR channel. Because too often do men get made fun of for the dumb shit they like. And to be clear, it is dumb shit. But you shouldn't get made fun of. It's like, if I'm not making fun of your mascara, you better not say anything about my stupid iron sights. These were cheaper. These are cheaper than your mascara. This is almost like that. All I want to do is bring the people what they like. So, please, if there are any particular noises that you hear in a video, or that you completely think of on your own that you want to hear, leave it as a comment. It will haunt me until I find something to satiate your craving. So you can rest easy at night knowing you're occupying space in my brain if you comment. That's a lot of power. You should probably exercise that. But for you, friendo, who wanted a styrofoam, this is kind of for you until I find a better piece. Got alert. By some unbelievable algorithmic miracle, Tacticon does end up seeing this. And I don't remember what y'all's names are. Keep doing the good work. That's honestly all I gotta say. I love cheap stuff. I appreciate your company's modus operandi. Unless there's a controversy I don't know about. But I'm pretty sure they're pretty cool. I actually shouldn't say that. I genuinely have no idea. I think I watched like 1 or 2 podcasts with them in it once, and then like a video about that. The dude that had the chonkalas, the tactical chonkalas, and it's like, that's it. I don't even know if he's still with the company. He might have moved over to what's it called? Pepperbox. I feel like Pepperbox still. I said I wasn't going to get into e-drama stuff, and that you're not allowed to care about it. You're not allowed to care about e-drama. I don't even know who these people are. I've never heard of this. All I know is these are nice cheap backup irons I got for about $15. Actually don't even know if they're nice yet. I haven't opened them or looked at them at all. Why am I playing with that again? God, it feels so nice. But they can have some free advertising because I didn't actually pay them for this. Because it was used. It's one of the funny things about the used economy. The original creators don't make any more money. It's kind of a paradoxical catch-22. So it's important when you actually like something in their ethos, you go buy it instead of just... Why am I telling you what to do with your money? I'm hands on the internet. But if you like this kind of stuff, right there, there's another one right there. Let me know, because I would happily be this kind of stuff ASMR guy. But I'm not just gonna start knowing that. That sounds like a good way to get the Geo video where I tap on a Geo figurine. I almost, just for funsies and ha-has, made the thumbnail 45 coming in off frame pointing at his head. Decided that was probably not the best idea for a brand new channel to make that their image. But I also know what I'm about, and I know the kind of people I want to attract. And I feel like this is fine. Lord, I've seen what you've done for the fat electrician, and I wish for myself. Lord, I see how you have blessed Wendigoon. Wendigoon mention. Yes, I said I was deep into YouTube. I am deep into YouTube. I'm a cord cutter. I never had cords, so I never cut anything. I was born and raised on YouTube. Where I watch it before bed every night on a TV, not on my phone. I'm a weird YouTuber. I'm what you call a zennial. I got the worst of everything. Too young to have fun, too old to have no. Too old to have fun, too young to have a house. My back hurts. Fuck this lid. So these are for buoys. They're flip-up backup irons. So if you out here enjoying my for boys, let me know. I want to look at these guys. For me, this is first unboxing. I'm seeing if I wasted my money or not. We'll do this first, though. Ow. These baggies are peeking my cam too much. That sounded weird. I'm never going to say that like that again. It is making the Tascam hit peak volume too much. They got a good weight to them. Chunky. Let's be honest. I'm kidding. I'm actually a fucking amazing shot. Okay, so I need a hex. A big hex. Holy smoke. This is pull. What is this? How does this work? Surely, yes, a button. Okay, that's what would make most sense. Well, it's a very hardy mechanism. Okay, that's good. It certainly doesn't feel like it's not gonna flip up. I'm gonna show you, and I think I'm gonna have to mute it. I hope it doesn't come flying out of my hand. Holy smokes. Violently pops up. I'll take one. I mean, I did take one. I have one. I'm holding it. Okay, that's cool. No, oi. Fully adjustable. It's got a little, I don't have anything to push that with, and I don't want to really scratch this trying to get it. There's a little pin there you can push down that then comes away from this plate mechanism that you can turn, and it will elevate this pin up or down, depending on how you want to align the front and back sides. Like if you use the peep and always want to look at the very tip, which is what you should do, because that's the whole point of it being adjustable. If you look at the middle of it, it's not very repeatable. Yeah, elevation. Windage. Windage is this screw here. You turn this, and this worm screw drives the peephole left and right. It looks like it is slightly to the right. That's probably close enough. I don't remember which one I popped up, so we're gonna do this one too. Yeah, it's pretty good. Whew, snappy. And then there are two peeps. This is your standard sights. This is, I don't think I'd say mil spec, but pretty much should not surprise many people to use. Anyway, what I was saying, tiny peep for far, big peep for close or bad shot. Got a little UV printed Tacticon logo on there. That's kind of nice. So yeah, if you have absolutely no idea what irons are or look like or do, this is them. They help you align things visually by pairing up the tip of this pin with this peephole. And when they are mounted to a long object, they create a focal plane that allows you to point the object, well, you can't see what I'm doing, very accurately by looking through until you can line up the pin and the hole. Boing! And they lie flat on whatever the object you put them on is, be, do, until you, oh, I can't do it one-handed, until you push button. Button make go boing. Boing make you look. When boing you look. And then, since, well, not and then, and then you know what happens. These are primarily for if you have like a optic, like a magnification device on top of your stick, and you're worried that the optic might fail at some point, or have concern that, because you should have concern that the optic might fail if it's the only way you can align the stick. You need backup irons to make sure that you have something to allow you to responsibly point your stick in the correct direction at all times. These are chonky full metal. I do very much feel like I got my $20 worth out of these. Unless I put them on the stick and they don't aim where they're supposed to. Then they weren't worth it. But that'll be for a different day. Also, like I said, they're not the primary driver. Genuinely, these might go on an airsoft gun. They're pretty bad. There's something going on with this one where the pin is not centered properly. It's like they had to shift it over because of the detent. And it almost looks like this isn't supposed to be, this wing isn't supposed to be curved quite as much as it is. It almost looks like it might be developing a stress crack there. Very funny. Still worth $20. Not much you can get for $20 these days, eh, kid? Let me know if you guys like those and I can force myself to make them, but I'm not doing that until someone tells me to, because I feel like that's just a bad noise. Is going right in the trash. I have a consolidated container for all of these different sporting good parts that may or may not be interchangeable across various sporting devices. Man, the more I look at these, the more I realize they are actually very poorly built. Holy smoke. This thing's at like a weird, this thing, the the screw is at a funny angle, and I don't know how that would work properly on rails. I gotta get out of this closet. Final review. Probably don't buy those. Unless they're like $15. I hope you slept good night.